Good morning, woke up winning warriors. You did it, I did it, we did it. What did we do? We woke up winning. Boop, 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 doop, doop, boo. Hey, happy Monday, folks. It's E. Bradshaw, and this is your new favorite podcast, Speaking Fearly, the podcast with E. E. Bradshaw, Erica Bradshaw, but I go by E, non-binary, black, queer, obviously black. I think obviously queer. Almost 50. I'm so excited. Why am I so excited about my birthday, y'all? Anyway, let me give you the weather report. So it's rainy here in the beautiful state of New Jersey. People who are a little bit affected by the weather might be having some joint issues and some stiffness. I suggest you stretch it out. I am not a healthcare professional. I want to repeat, I am not a healthcare professional. Don't look at my nails. It look like I've been playing with rats in the dirt or something. I'm getting them done soon. But, I hear a lot of people talking about this holiday business and how they got stuff they got to get and stuff they got to do and buying and buying and buying. And I don't want to buy stuff anymore. Do you ever get tired of being a consumer? All we do is consume, consume, consume. So I recently decided I didn't want to consume. I wanted to create because I'm a creator, right? I believe we all are creators. When we get sucked into this consume, 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 and I want more stuff, and I gotta take these glasses off. And we'll steal stuff, we'll flaunt stuff in front of people who have nothing. We're content to have billionaires while we have people starving in this country. And it's disappointing, but it is what it is. People be peopling, life be lifing. And I just think gratitude, right? Everybody's talking about it. I'm not anybody special talking about gratitude, but I got to tell you some things. It is not easy to hear the word gratitude when you have had certain adversities in your life, when you didn't have parents that were supportive of you, when you didn't have a great upbringing, or you had a horrible upbringing and you were abused sexually, physically, mentally, emotionally. It is hard to hear people tell you, you know what? This too shall pass, and we all have to go through things, and you'll be good, and da 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 da. And you may be poor now, and you may come from poor people, but you can do it. Just believe in yourself and focus on what you do have. That's a hard ask when you are in the pits of despair. Let me tell you something. It is a hard ask. Sorry, I'm yelling at y'all. Because I remember being in the closet with my suicide notes. I remember being days or moments after sexual, emotional, domestic abuse. I remember, okay? It happened more than once. Now, I'm not saying all this for sympathy or pity or nothing like that. I've done my work. I do my work. I don't need any comments about that. But, you put your shit out on the internet, people gonna make comments. But I gotta say, I couldn't focus on gratitude then. I was just trying to live. When you're just trying to survive, people don't understand. Like, it's not that easy. Even you could think positive all you want to. You can accept your circumstances. But when the world has beat your ass, has taken your loved ones, this is another thing. I don't feel like the universe takes, but life be lifing, right? And you don't have any resources, and you don't have family or friends, and you're alone and lonely. And then you turn on some podcast or some television show or some streaming show or whatever the hell happens right now. And people tell you what you have to do is you have to get your mind right. You have to be grateful for what you have. It's hard to hear that shit. It's really hard and I'm not calling it shit, right? I'm not even calling what I'm doing shit. It's just hard to hear people tell you constantly, just change your mind, change your life. This too shall pass. All these things. Sometimes you just gotta be. Sometimes you gotta be. And how I developed my woke up winning warrior spirit is that's all I had, right? So everybody talking about gratitude, just be grateful. And I'm like, grateful for what? Now, always I've had many things to be grateful for. But in the depths of depression and despair and pain and inflammation is what I like to call it. My body was inflamed, literally. I was 350 pounds almost. And I did have weight loss surgery, and I'm no longer inflamed, but I had to deal with my mind first. But how do you deal with your mind when your mind is going crazy because you ain't got shit, you struggling shit, you're fighting with people, you're fighting with yourself, you're fighting with your body, it just so hurt. Because see, when you're inflamed, any little touch feels like a punch in the jaw. So what do? I don't know what you all do, but what I did and what I continue to do, I cried. And I just was at where I was at. And I work on that. And some days were better than others, right? And somehow, I think it's like childbirth. You know, people who have babies and pushed out babies, it was 10 hours giving birth to that child of mine. Not my uterus, but I told y'all I felt the pain. I felt the pain. I'm sure my ex-wife does not believe that. Anyway, you must forget about childbirth pain because people do it again and again and again and again. I got friends who got 5, 6 kids in 2023. Woo! Lord Jesus. So you kind of forget and you live. And I think that's our tendency. We kind of forget the exact feeling of the worst moments if we're lucky. So that's my advice for today. Try to forget if that is what you need to move forward. Try to pretend. I'm also an actor, professional actor, performer. Blah, 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 blah. You wouldn't know it by my speaking this morning. But you know what? I'm not about the perfect. I'm about the present. And I'm present. And that's a hard ask because I'm trying to be consistent. But anyway, I digress. Just breathe. Sometimes that's all you can do. And that breath might lead you to tears. That breath might be leading you to screaming. But when you wake up, you get to figure it out. You get to go through it. That's how woke up winning warrior, developed. I woke up morning after morning, no matter how bad I felt. I kept waking up. And eventually, there was a shift. And eventually I listened to some advice and I went and I got the therapy and I got the pills and I got the help and I got the spiritual and the med, blah, 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 all the things, right? But it's real hard to listen to somebody's upbeat podcast when you can't even appreciate the fact that you breathe. And I'm doing this work because when I couldn't breathe, I didn't hear a voice like mine, and I wanted to hear a voice like mine. I needed a voice like mine. And so now I'm putting my voice out there. Maybe it's for not, maybe it's for some, maybe it's just for me. And if that's the case, it works out. But it's 8 minutes of Speaking Fearlessly, the podcast with E. That's it for today. Enjoy your life. It's the only one you got. And if you can't enjoy it today, that's okay. Just breathe and wake up tomorrow, and we'll see what we can do then.